brand new purple light. Prince, brand new purple light. Prince, facts, brand new purple light. Prince, red and blue, purple light. Prince, facts. You can get to know the ledger, sacrilegious Sunday to melanin Monday. You can get to know the ledger, my love. Just open your third eye on Thursday. Lord, the food, the art, the clothes, the Vatican's getting exposed fast. We put the show on the road. You better stay on your toes. I was till the land focused on the ego. Then I opened my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah. We gon' put this shit on our backs. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts. Peace, love and light. Peace, love to the family. Peace, love and light to the family. Peace, love and light to the family.
These days and time, black man, is going to be the time that you have been waiting for. You came here for a reason. Whatever pressure, whatever adversity, whatever the fuck you feel, I don't know what you feel, but whatever you may be feeling is going to push you and it's going to provoke you and it's either going to make you or break you, similar to how pressure busts pipes or the shit makes diamonds.
Peace, family. Peace to you and yours. Peace, family. Peace to you and yours. Brother Red Pill reporting live and direct. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode. Welcome to another episode of Techno Tuesdays, episode number 16. All right. Featuring your good brother Red Pillar. Soon to be joined by my co-host, Spin City. And I'm going to go ahead and open up the line for Spin in a minute. Let me know how we sounding on the audio. Let me know how we sounding on the audio. All right. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to open up the line for our co-host, our good brother, Spin City in the building. Peace.
Peace to the family. Peace to the guys. How's everybody feeling? Red, how you feel, brother?
All is well. All is well. All is well. Can't complain. We are in the building. You feel me? We are in the building.
Yes, indeed.
On
Another good Techno Tuesday.
Yes, on this wonderful Techno Tuesday, in the world of all things technical, you know what I mean? Technically speaking and whatnot. You know, one of those, it's just one of those days and one of those weeks where there's a lot of new things going on and it's just floating around and whatnot. We got new Midjourney, Midjourney 7. So there's a lot of new imagery going on, dropping. There's a new LLM benchmark leader in town with Llama 4. You know, there's a, you know, you're seeing information about that rollout.
Yep.
Upgrades to Runway with Turbo, you know, which is a beautiful thing. Oh my goodness. Lord have mercy.
Yeah,
so many dreams coming true.
It's almost my exact lineup, bro. It's like a funny how you spoke that together. It's like it's almost right there on lineup. Midjourney, Meta AI, Runway, Kling, Canva, Google, OpenAI. Yeah, good lineup. Even Luma, the dream, the dream maker, man. This thing's a monster as well.
Yes, the Luma the Dream Maker from Luma is definitely a monster tool. Um, the tool that I like the most that has impressed me um, is the Midjourney draft mode,
Hmm.
where you literally can do a hands-free prompt. You can speak it into creation now. And I get real geeked about that because to speak something into existence,
Hmm. It's crazy.
it's crazy. I mean, one thing to type it into existence and sit back or upload a picture and then upgrade it, that's one
Yeah.
thing. But to speak it,
To be sitting here talking and thinking and you know.
thinking, like, and then fixing, like editing, you can edit with your voice. Now,
Mhm.
of course, that's another threshold, Spin. That's a new threshold.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely, put in the age of acceleration. That's what happens in the matter of 14 days when people are trying to get a one up on the next image creator, the next video creators, this type of stuff that we get as the consumer.
And we said in the first quarter of this fiscal year that that when they said that there's an AI war, right? When
Mhm.
Donald Trump came in and reiterated that there's a war, we were like, war is a bad thing, of course,
Mhm.
but the positives of war is that it accelerates technology,
Yeah.
right? So when we named the whole series AI Accelerated, you know, we didn't have a crystal ball, like the master investor. Shout out to the master investor. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like are we, you know what I mean? Like, should we get our crystal ball in the mail? Because when we said this is gonna be accelerated,
Yeah.
it literally that's what it's done. It's AI.
And I had heard the news earlier that AI is doubling in advancement every 6.9 months. That means it's doubling its intelligence and doubling its work capacity, doubling. That
Right.
means working at 200% every 6.9 months. And that's way faster than the human at the typical 18-month mastery benchmark.
Right. For the Moore's law. They said that it's moving at such a pace, it's accelerating at such a pace that it's breaking the requirements for the Moore's law. So they got to come up with a new law.
Mhm.
Interestingly enough, they got to come up with a new law. And man,
Yes, definitely. So, I'm not gonna come on here and fear monger, but I do want everybody to just please heed, a bit of warning from where me and Red sit with AI research and the buildings we're able to get inside of. It's thanks to you guys that, you guys take our courses and read our books and use our prompts and stuff. But we're getting to a level to where we're entering rooms to where we can see the Cold War happening. And what I mean is some of these rooms, family, um, consist of AI defenses. Okay. And with AI defenses brings, AI physical war. It's not going to happen anytime soon because the Cold War right now is, happening how it's supposed to. But I'm saying when you're seeing a war happen amongst giants, realize, family, that we live on the backs of these giants, which are the United States, China, Russia, whoever. And let's look at the United States as the number one bully in the high school. In the high school of the world,
right,
United States has been the big bad bully for so long.
right.
It's time. It's actually time for their era to end. And we've been losing the technological and artificial intelligence war um for like 3 years. China's been in the lead. China's able to influence American markets, how it did with DeepSeek. Let's look at the moments in technology. Let's look at the moments as we live them for what they really are. And those are shots at America, saying that we can get our Chinese app to #1 in your American app stores at any time. Right. So the United States grew up as this big bad superpower, and that superpower is starting to decline, while another superpower such as China is starting to incline. And I'm saying that us as a people is because we've been pushed down to the bottom of America. Okay. Well, what America has tried to push down is the melanated people of North America. So now, if this great superpower crashes, imagine riding the back of Godzilla while he loses to Mothra. What's going to really happen to you?
Damn.
What's going to really happen to you?
You're going to get drowned.
You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, I want you guys to open your mind. You guys know I don't fearmonger. Me and Red, we don't fearmonger. We tell you the problem and we bring the solution. But I want you to think of it as that big. The United States is about to lose something that we don't even realize is happening. And we're going to go down on the back of Godzilla while he's losing to Mothra. So the solutions would be to learn exactly where the war is being had and elevating your rank, you know, on the chessboard of life. You don't want to be a pawn when this thing goes down, family. You definitely want to tap into Techno Tuesdays, Red Pillar, and Spin City so that we're able to guide you in the right direction in things that we'll talk about with bring your imagination into income so you're able to get money and able to move around this planet as you please, because the almighty superpower is crumbling and we will watch it happen over the next 2 years.
Facts. Learn how to code video games. Go to AI Accelerated for start.
Yeah, AI Accelerated for sure.
But you could go other places, you know. Respectfully, we could go other places.
Okay, Mr. Sheldon says you're out here in the Bay Area. I am too. I am too. We've been we taught the people how to look behind the curtain of a couple of game making softwares in our classes. But if that's what you know, definitely tap into Red Pillar when he offers seats in the Inner Circle program, where we sit down with developers, coders, and we really make a team and we really make money together. Red, if you want to let them.
I believe the next meeting should be coming up this week. We were planning on last week, but time got ahead of us. I think this week is class number 2 for the engineers and the coders and the developers. If Mr. Shelton wants an invite, this is a private group. You could reply, send us an email and respond. You could RSVP via email and we'll be able to, follow up from there. Okay. That's always the best way. I'm going to put my email on the screen so he knows how to get in contact with me.
Yeah, definitely tap into that. You guys that are doing coding, anything that you know in the AI space and you know that you're comfortably strong in AI space, even if you're not 100%, you don't feel like you're 100%, like you know exactly what you're doing. Right. I would say join this Inner Circle program. It's really, it's how you get next to melanated tech engineers, melanated tech CEOs,
Right. We probably wouldn't really rock with you outside of the circle. No disrespect.
Yeah.
But it's a very, it's a close-knit society. And it's not a lot of us in these worlds or in these circles. So it's very imperative right now to create a small team and a network at the same time and let people build with each other and share resources, share information, share repositories, share IP and ideas, and even share equity at the end of the day. I want people to own equity in other people's inventions and their apps and their websites and their services and their products. Interestingly enough, there's a story that went viral this week, my brother, and I want to talk about it in
Definitely.
extent. You know what I mean? I feel that
Yeah,
this is very significant in the terms of when they go back, when they speak of the history of AI, this
Mhm.
article or this story is going to be significantly involved in the timeline. Okay, so China just came out and said that they are making AI education mandatory in primary and secondary schools starting September the 1st, 2025. So keep in mind, put it into context, ladies and gentlemen. China, who as it's being explained, is definitely in the race. I would say that they might be in the lead, right, for advancements in technology. Um, Mainly because their society is more technologically advanced,
Mhm.
and they have America believing for just for that factor of the fluff factor is what I call it. This is what European men and the Western man, they've mastered the bluff or the fluff, right? Like 3 card Monty. Okay. But recently a streamer went viral by the name of I Show Speed,
Exactly.
going over to China, and the power of the streamers, right? More so than the YouTubers, but the power of the streamers are the fact that they are like diplomats because they represent, think of them like a body politic, right? I Show Speed is like a country, not a small country either. He would be considered a country,
Exactly.
a power, a quote unquote, it's a non-physical node, but it's still a moving power. So is Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat is considered to be a country in and of himself with his followers and whatnot. And they're tax-paying citizens because they pay us a monthly subscription. So he got people that's rocking with him for free, but they also have a large amount of people that pay them on a monthly quote unquote SaaS model. Make a long story short, I Show Speed goes to China. He's live streaming. He's breaking records on live stream. He's breaking records in Chinese media. He gets embraced by Chinese media. He gets embraced by the Chinese government. He becomes the ambassador to show everyone around the world through I Show Speed's channel that China is advanced. They got this nigga in flying cars. They got him talking to cars that dance with him. He's doing backflips with robots. He's in flying. He's in all type of technology that nobody in America has ever seen before. So the fact that the government of that quote unquote superpower is making it mandatory for their children, their babies, to have AI education from the gate is showing you that there's a global shift taking place, and American children are going to get left behind in the dust based off of what it is that is about to happen. However, there's a way to pivot and to catch up. There's a way to pivot and to catch up. There's a cheat code that's involved in this whole thing. However, as it stands right now, based off of the reading scores and the math scores and the all-around scores of American students, and especially ones in these urban communities, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good, right? It doesn't look good. These children can't spell. However, when you have AI that you can just talk to, that's the cheat code. So our children and the American children, might I add, some of them are antisocial. However, they still have imaginations. They still are verbal. They still could communicate. So they'll be able to communicate through natural language with the AI and to create things. They could vibe code. They could talk to Midjourney and make pictures and whatnot. But this is an opportune time for parents, especially homeschoolers who march to the beat of their own drum. Parents, especially homeschoolers, especially after school parents who have children who have very vivid imaginations, right? Vivid imaginations. They think big, all right? They have imaginary friends. They're tapped into unseen sources and whatnot. They live in quantum realms. Opportune time to enroll your child into an AI tutor course, an AI education course, or to buy them some type of quote unquote accreditation course, meaning they take a few courses and they get accredited, right? For like Midjourney, for like Chat GPT, things of that nature. That way they could become employable, or they could employ themselves on gig platforms and things of that nature. But for the homeschooler parents, yes, this is your time to get a curriculum and upgrade the child, the tablet baby. If it's a tablet toddler, it's even going to be better because you'll give them something to do on those tablets, right? But yeah, this is a good time.
Yeah, definitely. And I just really wanted to go back real quick to a message that we dropped on February 4th, 2025. If you guys can listen really quick, I said, hold on real quick.
For $20, get your child their own ChatGPT. That way, when you go in the upper hand corner, I'll have a prompt ready for you guys to teach ChatGPT to strictly be this child's tutor. You know that the ChatGPT is a tutor to a 10, 11, 12. They don't ChatGPT everything where it actually how to respond. Like a teacher. Friendly. Adapt. Try to remember. How the child speaks. Whatever word your child uses, you know what I mean? Some people, children.
I'm just going to stop it right there. But again, me and Red and others have been almost begging the culture, begging the community to please learn how to use ChatGPT, Gemini, Grok at a high level. It's been almost 18 months now to where we've been telling everyone to turn their imagination into real life, at least. A lot of the comic books we've made, you guys have been seeing the action figure trend go around, the comic book trend. I think me and Red have a lot to do with that. I think me and Red have a lot to do with comic books, the short film world, because I've been seeing others all of a sudden after we go 100 days strong on ChatGPT and creation, imagination into income, garage to global, all the little things that we've made January, February, March. That's what makes us go so much harder here in April to we're gonna drop like almost double the classes. Shout out to everybody that showed up on Friday to take a Shopify site to another level. That was cool. But we're dropping more classes so you guys can know for sure, for a fact, anything that you can imagine, you can prompt it into AI and tweak and prompt and get a short film, a long film, a YouTube video. I can show you guys 46-minute long YouTube videos right now, completely served by AI avatars. They're out there. It's happening. What we're gonna get here into the middle of some updates to where stop worrying about the AI music videos. They're one click away now. So what's missing from creating our own CoComelons, our own sharks, our own shows, our own cartoons, and our own films? Right?
Right.
It's all from the click of a button. It's all from now to where you're able to speak it up. Speak it up. And there's other ways that you can apply AI to your screen and have AI help you out. You know, we spoke on things from Google before and how that's happening. So I don't, you know, I don't want to sit around and beg, but family, more humans are cooked than last time. Okay. And like I said again, you don't want to be going down with Godzilla. Okay. You want to look over Godzilla's head and say, okay, Mothra's beating him to death. Right. You know what I mean? It's because, you know, and then, okay, I'll say another thing. I'll go ahead and say another thing. Our people have seen another set of people as oppressors for a while. And now the people that have oppressed our people are being oppressed by others. And you don't want to go down with those oppressors. You want to use the same techniques and tactics that the others are using to destroy, you know, who oppressed us. They're losing now. They were winning when they was doing all the work off our backs and other backs, right? But now they're starting to go to a decline. So now it's time for us. Now we see China teaching children, and it's mandatory that their children learn artificial intelligence and tech at 6. Us, the Black community, the melanated people of North America, it's time for us to say that AI and tech learning and homeschooling is mandatory for our children. Scratch what if they gonna lose, they gonna lose. Let's not lose. You know what I mean? So that's my word right there, Red.
Right.
So yeah, you took a check to be evil. I'm not too sure. I don't know what's going on right there. Oh, show speed. Okay. And even I show speed. Okay, you know. Even however it is, I show speed, it got to, even right there, it got to show a melanated kid of North America go over to China, whatever check he took, whatever dive, whatever sellout he did, he got to show that a melanated kid from North America could go to China. And
Hell yeah. And turn that and have that whole country, you know, basically, remember, this is about attention at the end of the day. We are in the attention economy. I don't care what nobody say, and I damn sure don't care what nobody feel. It is what it is. It's the attention economy. So people are rating the metrics of attention, and there's nobody, you know, that's doing shit on that level where you're going into other countries and creating straight chaos, like Michael Jackson levels. And you're not even a performer. You're not even an artist. You know what I'm saying?
Turning up.
Like, you're not even a whole artist. And you know, you got the whole, you got people in the country fixated. That's scary to a lot of people, you know? That's scary to a lot of people. It's good for me to see melanated young men being embraced outside of America, even if it's not for, you know, being super duper smart, intelligent, and whatnot. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Entertainers are entertainers, and that's how a lot of the people around the world, they see us melanated people as, and that's how they accept us.
Yeah,
you know, that's how they accept us. You know, but it's time for our generation, those of us who know what we have in terms of powers and, you know, who are on higher frequencies than the eye show speed. Well, nigga, go to China and turn up.
Go to China and turn up. I mean, what else you gonna
say? Go to China.
Because you go do it yourself.
Yes. The world is waiting for you to show, improve, and show and put the melanated man in a better light and paint a picture where they put you on billboards. That's a W. Man, you got work to do. You got work to do. What I do know is that these boss babies is going to be running around in about 5 years.
Yeah, that's so real.
Maybe even before that. They got babies in kindergarten learning AI. Yeah, boss baby is here.
Definitely. No problem. And it's usually all up to the parent. It's like, what did you tell that child? Are you going to go back to traditional school to try to, teach the child this? Or are you going to embrace the artificial intelligence movement?
Right. Right. Indeed. So let's go over some of the new tools that drop. If you want to do that,
Yeah, let's party real quick, y'all.
most definitely.
Party with your boy Spin. So let's go ahead and take a look at what I've been messing with as far as Midjourney version 7. Have a little fun, you know what I mean? Okay, so what happened here? You guys see my Midjourney, right? And there's a couple characters. There's somebody yelling here. Then there's a character here. And as you see, this character was created by Frames on version 7, guys. I think version 7, right? And it consists of a picture of me, a picture of a God mode, and a picture of my action figure. And this was what Midjourney put together. All new characters that are free to use. Okay. The spelling didn't hold. The Spin City spelling did not hold.
Right.
So, that's something to look at. But mind you guys, I use the frames here on V7. Okay, guys. So what's going to happen here on Midjourney is you're going to go to Midjourney and you're going to prompt something. It's going to come up as version 6.1. You're going to want to change that to 7. So let me tell you guys something really quick. When you first try to use version 7, they're going to ask you to like or dislike. They're going to put 2 pictures up and they're going to make you like pictures on the left and right to unlock version 7 in your account. You can't just put V7. They're going to make you go through a little something to help them train the model, and then you'll get access to version 7. Let me see. Prompt can be empty. Okay, it's an empty prompt. All right. So if I go here now, I like this character right here. I've been rocking with. I'm thinking about bringing him to life. Okay. Very strong. Use his image, use his style, use his prompt. More, I can rerun it, bring it to the editor. I can upscale it to be more creative, or just subtly. Okay. I can vary it a whole lot, or I can just vary it just a little bit. So you guys go have fun with V7, especially in this era of faceless channels and etc. Midjourney has been fun. And then when you click up over here to rerun, use, hide. Let's look at more really quick where you get your downloads. So you can open in Discord. Midjourney has a big team put around everything in Discord. So it'll be fun to join them to be a part of the latest launches. If you're not already watching Techno Tuesdays, that's the best way to get these companies launches faster than last time. All right, so that is Midjourney's launch of version 7, y'all. It is fun. It seems to be pretty fun. They have.
Have you tried draft mode?
Just say that again, bro.
Have you tried right up there, draft mode? That's on the top.
Okay, here's the draft mode you're saying. All right.
I believe you could speak into it.
Yeah, right here, start voice mode. Hopefully it doesn't take me from y'all. Hello, Midjourney. Can you create me an image of a African American superhero? Let's see what we got here. Okay. And look how fast that was, y'all. If you're able to hear me still. Okay, I asked for that. All right, and went version 7. It did it 16.9 in the ratios. And I can go to advanced. I can go to all everything. It's actually still listening to me talk. So Midjourney, can you upscale this superhero and put them in outer space? Okay, Midjourney, I'd like to make it look like the character in the bottom left is in a comic book. Can you put him in a comic book style with a word bubble up above, please?
It's over, guys. Pack it up. Go home. Pack it up. Go home.
Cut the stream, huh?
Cut the string, pack it up, go home. There's nothing else. Look, book your ticket to Thailand tomorrow for 60 days. You pay down $1,000 for 3 months, right? You turn your phone off and you come back and become a legend.
Yeah.
There you have it. There you have it. Look, Ma, no hands. There you have it. Look, Ma, no hands. Stephen Hawkins could literally make a movie right now from his chair.
Yep.
Do that one more time. Let vibe. So it's literally like vibe coding for Midjourney.
Yep. It is. Draft mode. Hit your start voice mode. All right. Can you put the latest cartoon character into a fight with a super villain in outer space?
Oh my goodness.
All right. Can you put these two fighting and you have the super villain getting blasted down to the planet? Try to reserve as much look as possible, but let's get the super villain getting shot down to Earth from outer space by our superhero. Ooh, look at that top left. Good stuff.
Come on, son.
Ooh, look at that top left.
Son.
Let me see.
Come on.
Okay.
Son.
Okay.
You literally could speak out your comic book. You literally could speak out your story. Children that's in school that are not, interested, this is the new tool for them. This is how they could create worlds and whatnot. By just speaking them into existence. Do you know how much therapy this is for somebody that's having mental health issues? What about a person that has mad personalities and whatnot? You could have 17 universes right now on your tablet, on your phone, on your computer. You could get all of those imaginary people out of your head and create a whole world, universes.
Yeah. And it's that easy as going back and forth with almost all the AIs now at this point. I really like that how they did Midjourney, how we can just literally vibe design. There's vibe design right there in your face, guys. So there's literally no reason any student of Red Pillars or Spin Cities, Blue Pillars, when we speak to say, get your comic book together, get your Faceless YouTube together, it's because you can sit down with Midjourney for like $10 a month. On the low end, $10 a month, and sit up in vibe design instead of spending $90 a week with a designer off Fiverr. Sorry, Fiverr, but we're a little bit elevated over here, buddy.
Yeah.
So
and like $10 a month. That's the fee for Midjourney. This is the going rate. $20 on OpenAI. To me, this version 7 of Midjourney may edge ChatGPT 4.0 in terms of detail and I would just say the detail and the precision and everything. Midjourney might have the crown on that. But I will use both of them as that, like you say, you get counsel. Your council consists of 12 elders or 12 tools.
Yeah, going to war with a multitude of counselors is always my little phrase. Even when I see out there when Red October says, what about animating it? We're going to take you to the new Runway version 4 here right now then, since that's something that that's a good question. So I'm going to mess with this one right here in the top left, guys. I'm going to go ahead and download it. I'm going to go ahead and download that shot. Wait. No, that's not the shot. I wanted this one. Let me download this shot right here, family. I was cool with this. So let's go ahead and take you guys over to Runway.
Yo, you know the new name of the crew, right?
What's that?
Vibes Cartel.
Vibes Cartel, man. Let's go, man.
Come on
All
now.
right. All right, family.
Come
So
on
here we
now.
are in Runway. Okay, I got the standard thing. I think this is maybe $30, maybe $15 a month. Gen 4 is now available, a new way to generate fast, controllable, and production-ready media. So let's take a look at the media that they've created themselves. Okay. Look at this nice art. And guys, and that's what I'll be hearing about sometimes when it comes to AI. We're looking for full movies in one prompt. No,
Right.
family.
Crazy.
Prompt up every 5 seconds until you get a minute. It's going to be some of the best stuff you ever created. Okay. I'm going to go to generate a video. All right. It's Techno Tuesdays. I will lock in with y'all. And I do want to explain what I got going over here as far as AI agents. Okay. Introducing Gen 4 Turbo. Let's try it now.
Yeah, it's faster.
Okay. It's faster than last time. Let's select an asset. Oh, no. I'm working on the upload, right? Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna upload an image and then you're gonna make it move.
Okay, here's our mid journey. So this is why we put everything together. Now we're not hating. We love to bring mid journey over the Runway. We love to bring 4.0 over the Runway. Okay, it's optional to describe this shot. Let's just let mid journey 4 Turbo do its thing. It says it's faster than last time. Let's just let the AI enjoy what it sees. Okay. Spend a couple credits with the family now. Okay, while that's generating.
You gave it a prompt?
Nah, no prompt. This is a no prompt go. Because the prompts are always optional. So now when you do, so let's talk about that while that's cooking. Let me see notifications. Okay, down there. All right. So while it's cooking, that's optional. But you can always say, panoramic scene of superhero shooting.
Damn, that was fast.
Man, wasn't it? Shooting a villain down to Earth from space. Lots of light and power being shown, similar to a Dragon Ball Z episode. Okay, so let's look at what they made off the rip with AI thought.
Talk to.
Okay, and there goes AI with the flames. So if you're just putting that in your it happened all so fast, Red. I never ceases to amaze me, boy. So right there, we got one little scene, and that's just AI saying, "Look, let's make his cape move. Let's let the fire."
Right. Just a kinetic energy,
man, and that's what we got with no prompts out of Runway 4, and I think it happened in 2 minutes.
Turbo.
Okay, now we're seeing we're gonna have the hero shoot the villain down to the planet.
Dragon Ball Z style.
About another minute. Let's see what it can really do. Okay, there's always room for improvement, and I know on the back end, me and Red and a couple of team members that do acting and do camera work down at Universal Studios are definitely going to get our filmmaking on to where this is really going to come to life. This is just real small prompts. You guys know, especially if you're a student around here, follower of KTL, Techno Tuesdays, that prompts can get long, prompts could get very detailed, and AI can really get it done. But, those are today's, that's today's Runway ML action, guys. And full speed, Runway Gen 4 Turbo. I mean, that stuff was happening in record speed. You can upscale it to 4K. You can expand it, restyle it. And there's something I do want to show y'all on Runway, y'all. Okay, it's called Custom Elements. Custom Elements, and look at Spin City Style. I set up Spin City Style 3 months ago. And what Spin City Style does is once I put the keyword Spin City Style in, it should make everything, pretty futuristic, centered with the Spin City Style. Okay, so you get 4 outputs in Spin City Style. First I go with just some random monster or like little city I found. So it says cinematic shot, Greek temple on the top of a cliff, electric light, smoke and wire, phenomena, biblical event, movie aesthetic, super detailed, muted colors. But it's in Spin City Style, in which I submitted maybe 20 to 30 pieces of Spin City things. And now you guys see how it looks a whole lot more futuristic, more electric, more light blue, more pink, more yellow. It's because it's set in Spin City Style. So let me take you guys through a look. Okay, I don't have my frames up to par right now. But going to dashboard and going to custom elements inside of Runway ML. Okay. Use with text to image, use with image to image, unshare with the workspace, and delete it. But you'll come here, character style, and objects, and you'll be able to, let me see here. Let me see custom style real quick. Okay, create generator. And now it'll ask you for a whole bunch of assets inside your computer. You can add like, look, guidelines. Upload 15 to 30 images of a specific style. So now if you want to master this all really quickly and get 15 to 30 images of a specific style, I would say right now to use ChatGPT.
Right.
And consistently prompt and reprompt a style. Talk about the colors. Talk about the scene. Talk about the type of images. So you guys that know that Spin City, again, that lightning, that light blue, that yellow, that pink, that chrome, that AI, that cartoon look, that's Spin City on brand all day. And I submitted 30 images plus to get that, knocked out. So you guys definitely want to visit, creating your custom styles, custom objects, and custom characters. Okay. Again, 15 to 30 images. And now what you can do with those characters, family, is create something like City and Gleam. I'll go ahead and, I usually don't share this on the outside publicly like that now. Until it launches. Okay, but you guys are KTL, you guys are the family. And this is how you get a lot of character consistency. So when you guys see City and Gleam, when you guys see Spin City characters, when you guys see me launch something, put Diddy in Spin City style, you get that type stuff, Spin City style, you know what I mean? City and Gleam style. And I put all that stuff together, y'all, to create. So look at the pink, the light blue, the chrome, the light. This is Spin City style, family. This is the back end of the things that we launch, our brand colors, etc., etc. We pile that up and we make one style, family. So that's definitely custom elements. 101 in Runway, and they got version 4 ready for you right now.
Have you used Act 1?
Act 1 inside of Runway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Act 1 is the creator of some of my pieces.
Okay.
Realistically, look at that little Gen 4 action they give you there. Okay, they're tripping over the image generator now, y'all. They want $95 a month just for text to image. So I'm kind of not feeling that because I can get that on Kling for like $30. So that's just my whole take on the whole new image generation from Runway, they want you to have the top of the top membership to run that. So even
Right.
I'm a little more conservative than last time. So let's shoot over to Kling, y'all, and see all the updates on Kling. All right, y'all. Again, we talked about the Cold War that's happening, everything that's going on, and Kling done tapped into DeepSeek, so it's all the way Chinese. Let's look at the Mochi where they smash up Sam Altman out of the, the latest and greatest. I gave out a prompt the other day to create action figures, and look what we're able to do on Kling. Just smash them up, Mochi Mo. Okay, you can easily go over here and recreate that if you want to.
Mochi.
Just let's look at a little bit more fun. Let me see real quick. Okay, let's go to 1.6 really quick, y'all. They've added a whole bunch of really fun stuff. Now, again, y'all, like I said, DeepSeek has got into Kling, and now you can prompt from DeepSeek.
Wow.
DeepSeek has got in. I tried the toy action figure over here. Not what I was looking for. But when I was making a cartoon, again, I was able to get this. This was really cool. Character movement on something I'm working on. Imagination. Into income. Motion brush action here when you switch. And that's, again, some more camera control going on, y'all. Being able to control the camera. Okay, there's some robots here. Again, some stuff that I'm working on. Generate the video as soon as you want to. So yeah, you can definitely click this DeepSeek button. And then I'm right here. I'm open in DeepSeek R1 to create the prompt that's going to create the image, y'all. So you don't have to, before we tell you to go to Kling, go back to ChatGPT, or go to Kling, go to DeepSeek, and no. They went directly into partnership. As soon as you click DeepSeek, it'll go here. Also, there's inspiration and presets. Look at inspiration and presets. My presets, and then a prompt dictionary, pretty much. The camera rotates around the subject, and look at that. The camera is stationary, okay? A handheld device filming. The camera zooms out. The camera zooms in. Camera follows the subject moving. Oh, we don't get no action here, Kling. Don't do that now. You just ruined our whole fun. But those are the presets, the inspiration and presets family to create your videos. You know what I mean? So every time you hear her say, imagination, inspiration into income, is because now you're able to create any short film, any faceless YouTube. What is it asking here? It's asking me to put a lip sync on here. Let's look at lip sync mode. Okay. And you can just upload an audio of yourself speaking if you want to. Or you can look through these and put together maybe. Okay, she's a female. Could put Blossom on there.
Come on, bestie. Let's go for a bike ride and explore the new ice cream shop in town.
Of something to speak.
Please don't have that beautiful chocolate girl sounding like that.
Yeah, I'm on, I'm just showing y'all what's going on. He said, bro, please. So you know what I mean? Put your own voices, create voices, be able to create voices with something like 11 Labs. Have some with some voices, get some voices from there, save the audio and bring it here. You can see extend, and you can do also AI sound. Now, AI sound, that's going to be the key to short film making, because you can get distant thunder on your storm scene.
Right, all the sound effects.
Coin drop on your getting money scene. If you're dropping an ad, you're teaching people how to get money with Bitcoin or something. Do your coin drops, gentle ambient sound, soft ruffling of clothes, and subtle jewelry clinking. Be imaginative, and if you're not super imaginative, press the DeepSeek button, and let's make this stuff happen. A planet exploding, a man riding a camel in the desert, a blender working on a smoothie. How easier can we make it here? How easy can we make it here? And again, these are companies going head to head with each other, trying to create something better than the other companies. So how about we just, we tag along with the strongest beasts, because most of the beasts look down upon us and our people anyway. So let's use the top of the top, the best of the best, to make a comeback. So that's KlingAI.com, family, and they've been doing a lot with the action figure model. That's hot right now. So, and here's Trump walking out of his toy. And I believe Red Pillar has the Master Teacher toy line coming out just because of this. Just because of this, the business model could be you design packages and design action figures for influencers, for streamers. You have a 3D printing partner on the side.
Right. Rappers.
And you say, look, we make dolls that you can set up on your, you can do a deal with Game.
With GameStop.
You can do a deal with certain people, and we can get you bobbleheads, and we can get you, there's business models to be had here when it comes to that. You guys are going to see us just get to action. Okay. Got a little bit of character alive action here. It's not too strong, but make sure if this is your first time checking us out to look at Kling. Another one, y'all, is let's take a look at Llama 4, y'all. Okay. Llama 4 will be found in meta.ai. So what I would like to say about Llama 4 is something that I did first. It's because every time I tell y'all about large language models, is I'm saying, so many times I've said large language models are created off the information and off the data fed by the company that created it. Right. So it's Meta AI fused with Llama 4, and I'm doing Facebook advertisements. Wouldn't I ask the latest and greatest large language model built by Meta how to make better Meta ads? Wouldn't I go to Gemini and ask Gemini, created by Google, how to make better Google ads? Content that works on YouTube, Gemini 2.5 with deep research. We'll take a look at that as well. But as I've been looking at Llama 4 locked inside of Meta AI, I'm using Facebook and Instagram ads for a webinar. It takes folks through getting on Shopify and marketing their digital product on Facebook and IG. Can you give me the best possible targeting? It's like, excellent. I was born and raised by Meta. I can tell you the interests. I can tell you the behaviors. I can tell you the lookalike audience, the demographics you should use, the custom audiences you should use, the ad creative that's working the best, the budget allocation that's working the best, bid strategies, ad rotation, tracking and optimization for your advertisement. And that's one ad for one thing.
Damn.
And if you've been a part of January and March of our classes, me and Red have been laying this stuff out for quite some time, to where we take you to the back end to where all this is happening. Our students know. Students, put fire in the chat because you know exactly where this fits in. If you're not a student yet, go ahead and join us for April, because we're even turning up even faster because we do this. Okay. But they have image generation as well, made some creepy stuff. And they say that they'll animate them, and they say that they'll animate them all. So that's been, that's pretty strong, bro. All 4 of the images, this came from Images, and they animated all 4, bro, in a couple clicks of a button. Okay. Imagine a massive treehouse slide in the backyard of a idyllic house. The mood is dark and sepia style, and it created an image. It created 4 images in a flash I click bring them all to life, and it brought them all to life in a matter of a second. That's why I kind of saved Meta AI for right now, because they're kind of butchering our homies a little bit when you can get 4 different scenes off your one prompt, y'all. That's pretty good. And you just go right here. You know, again, you can still bring it somewhere else if you feel like, if you're storyboarding, you know what I mean, regenerate. And there I have it. Now I have some nice movement on the picture created by Meta AI, and it was all off one prompt, y'all. So that's a little bit ridiculous. I like it. And that is Meta AI. But here's one of my favorites, y'all. Excuse me. One of my favorites right now has been Dream Machine from Luma Labs. Okay. So you guys see my Luma Labs here? I know I'm ranting a little bit, but just, you know, stick with me, y'all. Okay. Create an image of a cartoon character in a red jacket bringing their personality to life. Okay. It gave me the modern European superhero. Okay. So I'm like, make this character an African-American male, muscular and tall, wearing a cosmic outfit as if he could create worlds in the snap of a finger. Okay. And it gave me my buddies right here. All right. Took my buddy right here and I fused him with Spin City. And it gave me a couple movies here. Okay. Changed me from a cosmic god back to my human self. That could be something maybe I could use. Maybe I can reverse that. That's a nice little scene. Okay.
A little B-roll.
Yep. And then I was like, make him look like he's turning into his ultimate self, his ultimate god form. Boom. Bringing him from here, then his cosmic human to his cosmic god form. And that can always be fun. That is Luma Labs. Let's actually go back really quick. Let's take a look at what they offer. You know, when you're creating something, guys, this is one of the only large language models where I see them folder and organize everything. Because look at my futuristic landscape stuff here. You know, that's been going back and forth with, you know, images. Then we've been looking at the creatives. You know, you can turn into a movie real quick. Okay, more like this. You can extend these. You can modify the prompt, or you can download. You go down here, one video. Okay, you can keyframe these joints. If you guys are good at creating videos, I mean, this is all you right here. The reference images and modifications, y'all. I mean, this thing's a monster. Dream Machine. Dream Dash Machine. You'll start at Luma Labs, Luma labs.ai. You'll start everything at Luma Labs, and this thing's a beast. This thing's a monster. Okay, you got your 720, you got your 1080. You want to keep it up to speed. Full speed is Ray 2. You can go fast with Ray 2 Flash. Anytime you hear Flash in the large language model world, that means speed. That means we get it to you in a flash. Okay, it's one video or two videos. 5 seconds or 10 seconds worth of video. Again, you can keyframe. You guys have fun with that. Yeah, we cooking today, boy. All right, and I'll give you guys one more before we get into some chat. No, actually, I got a few more, family. Okay, and we're going to come over here to labs.google. And then when you come to labs.google, you'll see things like the image FX, video FX, Music FX DJ, Music FX, Whisk, and then you'll be able to look at your own library. So really quick, image effects, Turtle made of potato chips. That's their thing. Okay, let's just go with that. Okay, this is labs.google. This is Google's version on the front end, unless you're using, you know, the back end. But for people that, you know, just stepping in the game, maybe you're wondering how this whole image generation thing is going on all over the internet. You're seeing Studio Ghibli just take over. You know what I mean? Okay, planets enclosed in big water, droplets floating in the air. There you go. Just an image generator. Got you a little Dr. Umar special. Got a nice little European woman. Messing with the planets. All right, get that action going. But that's just another image generator. It's not going to turn too much into video. So when I go to video exit, okay, it always tells me to join the waiting list for VO2. But the way to use VO2 would be to create a YouTube short. Okay, so they've been fooling with me, man, not giving me video FX access. Another one, family. Let's look at the music DJ really quick, and you'll get music based off the pieces that you prompt: Piper, glitchy effects, polka, density, and you'll just go through the music. Okay, the music will just play. You see the AI is just building music. And I'll just turn the polka way up, I guess. Let me put trap in there really quick. Okay, let's add that trap. Let's wait for it to load the trap music in there. I don't even know if y'all can hear it or not, honestly. But you'll just come here and whatever type of music or whatever type of sound you're looking for, you'll just type it in. And this thing's just gonna continuously play and continuously generate music on the fly.
That's crazy.
It's just gonna keep stacking the music, and I can just turn up the trap and just make it a straight trap. And I can just, whatever the glitchy effects is, I can click that. I can delete it over here. Just delete it real quick. Take out the glitchy effects. Let the people and the polka and the trap and the old school blend itself. It's gonna do so. Okay, turn up the bass. So if you guys are looking for background music for your ads, for your content, you can just cook up back here. Right, there's the DJ. That's the DJ part, but there's also just regular music. Okay, to where you just right here, you're just gonna straight just prompt this thing out to your beautiful song. Melodic techno. I'm feeling lucky. You know what I mean? Just let it tune that up. So that's labs.google. Guys, that's labs.google. Okay, have some fun with some music. Okay, got a little music going there. Sounds that create soothing and adventurous atmosphere. Okay. Again, I don't know if you guys can hear it. Gotta set up a little different. What you say, Red?
We can hear it.
Okay. All right. So that's just something right there. That's just something. It's just a little something. Okay. And then the last one we'll look at Whisk. Now, Whisk is pretty much another mixer to where you drop a few different images in a plushie style. So let's do plushie style. Let's put in Spin City, the doll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's gonna create something.
It should create the Spin City plushie doll.
Right.
And that's Whisk, y'all, on labs.google. This is what we're doing here. And there he is.
That's crazy.
I like this too. I'm gonna download that. That's a good one. So when we're even doing our plushie toys or whatever toys we're doing, there we go again, family, because now we're able to take an image that, is going viral. You do your action figure, and then you say, you know what? Give me a plushie off of Whisk. And you go ahead and put that together. He has his crown. I'm Black I Read. I know shit. T-shirt, MIGA, make yourselves gods again bag. I mean, there it is, family. So, Whisk doesn't have to be a plushie. It could be a pin. It could be a sticker. Especially stickers, family. That's going to be big when you're selling merch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, prompt less, play more. Okay, create some magic on Whisk. Labs.google. All right. Okay, I got a few more, Red. A few more, y'all. And I'll make these quick. All right, guys. Here's Viggle AI. Okay, Viggle AI has been going absolutely crazy. So that same doll, let's look at how they did the latest trend with the doll. And who is that? 4 a.m. doing the Saratoga water. That's the doll, y'all. That's not me. That's the doll.
Wow.
That's the doll being brought up to do the viral thing, right? That's the doll. The source in the video. Because they're going crazy. So when you go home now on Viggle, they're like, do you want to swap a character into a video? Do you want to do your rap music? Your Udio MV, your music video generator is here, man. Your music video generator is one click away.
Wow.
Your Udio, okay, Udio has done a deal with Viggle because we always hear about these other companies. We heard about Udio. Udio has now, it says Viggle times Udio, music video generator. Drop your music video, drop your audio, drop your characters, see what you can get. You got your multiple characters in a fight. Look at them people doing the Matrix fight there. We all noticed that as the fight between Morpheus and Neo. They've put alternate characters. Add your voices to your characters. That character is talking right now. And animate your photo, just as I did with the Ashton Hall routine. You can do, there's somebody dancing here. They're doing a SpongeBob with a character that they made. They have a soccer dance. It looks like they're a little bit zestier than last time. Okay, got another viral Ashton Hall's run routine. Guys, Ashton Hall's on fire, so why not create a little Ashton Hall action? Here's iShowSpeed in China, right? To where you can link up with iShowSpeed. Put yourself in this video. Here's some Ghibli action coming to life. So look like they're doing a cartoon. All in all, guys, again, like we say, there's no excuse happening because nowadays you can just take a viral video and put your own character, post it up, and I know this is an MMA gym. This is a spar that happened. They was going hard. They put Naruto in there versus a One Piece character. Okay, so that's Viggle, guys. I mean, they're really cooking. You can just click the rap button, I guess, mic button, move button, and have a whole bunch of fun over here on Viggle. Okay.
What about the one where Yachty comes out?
Did you see that one on here? Because that was a Viggle.
Yeah, that was the big Viggle where Yachty came out to that crowd.
Yeah, that was the biggest. That was the biggest break for Viggle at the time. And here's other things that are just going so much more viral this time. That Yachty was just like this. They got a 3D Trump thing going on here. Okay. They got Elon here. Stop it. Get some help. That means they fused Elon with the Michael Jordan meme. Stop it. Get some help. That's what they've done there. So y'all don't see the Yachty at the moment. They got themselves as a wrestler. It's The Rock here. Okay. He's zestier than last time again. Seems to be a trend in AI. I don't know what that's all about. But the last one I did want to touch on, y'all, and it's for your computers. Okay. If you want to mess with it, it is app.mindstudio AI. Now, these are AI agents that happen at the click of a button. So I want to show you guys something, right? With App Studio. I'm actually going to go back to Runway. Okay. I'm going to go back to Runway really quick. It's just showing a couple of things. And here's this M over here. This is it. Mind Studio goes into your browser. Can you guys see that Mind Studio working over here? Now I'm going to browse agents. Now, what can happen here is there could be an agent that can do deep research on this page. There could be an agent that will create a podcast out of this page. You guys with me, right? Executive summaries. YouTube's to executive summaries. Okay. Content and TweetStorm. This is what I'm going to go to first for creators. Okay. Let me go to the Instagram one. Now here's Runway. Let me do something really quick. Let me open my assets. Okay. So there's the assets. We create some cartoon stuff. Just let this page generate. And I'm just simply a click of a button on my Mind Studio, press run content into Instagram. So what this AI agent is going to attempt is to create an Instagram, a 5-slide carousel. So anything else and that's optional. Again, we always love to stack our prompts when we want this time. I just want to show you that Mind Studio AI agents, how many slides do I want in a carousel on Instagram based on the page that I'm on. I'm just going to let the AI agent read over this page and create a post on Instagram. Okay? And that's Mind Studio. It goes up into your your bookmarks. You can pin it, unpin it. It's always going to live in your Google toolbar. In every website you go to, there's an AI agent that can do something for that page. You'll scroll down to creators and see what we can get here. And this will be my final piece of demonstration. And look what we've been through so far. And it's only been a week. And I think I might be missing something. Okay. It's extracting all the media from the page. Every little piece is taking it down bit by bit, code by code. It's seeing these tattoo generations. It's seeing these 3D generations. It's understanding everything on here. And it's going to try to attempt to make one piece of Instagram content within 5 slides about what it's seeing here. Yeah, Mind Studio. Yeah, let's let that cook up. Go ahead, let that cook up. Go ahead and let that cook up. Okay, so it says it has here. Okay, retry, failed action. Okay, it failed up in there. Receive 4 results and down tokens. Model did not return valid JSON. Okay, that's it. That's Instagram. It might be a little too complicated. Let's look at what it can do. Let's see if it can create it into a tweet storm about what it's seeing here. Okay, it's seeing Runway ML again. It's gonna re-look over what it's seeing here on one Runway, and it's gonna create a tweet storm. And look at that. Meet Runway, the all-in-one tool that empowers creators to make anything they want in a digital space, ready to change the way you think about creativity. The second slide says powerful features, generate videos, images, and audio with just a few clicks. What you guys can do with your own websites, what you guys can do with your own images, with your own apps, with Mind Studio in your toolbar. I mean, it's endless blends because you'll just go to your thing and then bring up a Mind Studio, and now I can just take this to Twitter. I can take it to X in a tweet storm. I have 6 slides. This is what should have happened on Instagram. I guess it messed up a little bit, but where are the complaints? It has hashtags. What are you waiting for? Dive into the world. I mean, these are five slides instantly generated for X. Clicks of buttons. You guys feel me? Techno Tuesdays, where it happens.
Yes, it is, y'all. Give it up, man. Clap it up for our good brother Spin for spinning a block.
Real quick. UA Fari, he was one of my students, and that's his art. He said it. When y'all say Wa Fari, I think that's how he's saying it. That's his art. In there, we worked on it.
Oh, beautiful. That's dope. That is dope.
So yeah, you got KT Aliens in the building. Yeah, that's his. When you guys seen those real, it kind of looked like tattoo generations. And his art was actually so intricate they had tricked AI at the time, bro. We couldn't even get hella movement out of it.
Dope.
Yeah, that's his shit up in there.
Man. Keep creating, y'all. Keep creating.
9 a.m. in Thailand. Man, tell me about it. I'll be there soon on trip. Don't even trip. Already understand the game, especially what's going on, tariffs, etc. Nah,
man.
Once Godzilla go down, I'm out of here.
Right.
Feel me? Godzilla finally lost, family. I know it's been cool. I know it's been fun. So yeah, family. Again, I'll just a quick recap. We went over Mid-Journey, Volume 7. We went over Vigil, things that's happening in Vigil, especially music, videos, cartoons. We went over Meta's AI and what they're doing with Llama 4. We looked at Runway version 4. We looked at Kling and their connection with DeepSeek, and we looked at Luma Labs.
Yes. A full toolbox, you know?
Absolutely. Toolbox. And then this month of April, again, the age of acceleration. Me and Red don't stop. Me and a few others, we don't stop. You know what I mean? I've seen others, join the generative AI game, and it's wonderful, right? It's wonderful to see it grow. Like I've said plenty of times, that it's not done like how it's done on Techno Tuesdays, where we give you AI news you can use. It's all tangible. It's all sites you can go to and start clicking and really make comic books tonight. Storyboard tonight, short film, faceless YouTube tonight. It can happen for you. And then, you want to change the lives of your children. It can all happen so quickly. You want to talk about the class a bit, Red?
Yeah. If anything tonight showed you, where this whole thing is moving and whatnot, when you pull up on Friday, right? If this was any indication about the pace in which the acceleration is taking place on Friday, the 11th, when we start our classes for the month of April, you are really going to see the advance that is taking place and how you could be a part of that advance, basically bringing your ideas to life, utilizing the AI, what they call from idea to concept to actual product, okay, or prototype. So the fantasy complex industry, for anybody that may not be familiar with it, that is the combination of multiple industries that we grew up encompassed by, right? And that goes for the toy movement or the toy industry, okay? Also the comic book industry, the cartoon industry, the animation industry, and then the quote unquote video game industry that had a lot of us in a super duper headlock. So it's bigger than the cartoons, the comics, or the cosplay. The fantasy complex industry is a multi-trillion-dollar pipeline of imagination, mythology, and cultural engineering. This immersive workshop will uncover the hidden structures behind the entertainment empires that shaped our childhoods and show you how to tap into them. In this reloaded edition, we take it deeper, sharper, and more actionable. From Afrofuturistic world building to the role of AI, NFTs, and comic book consciousness, we are exploring how Black creatives, visionaries, and entrepreneurs can reclaim the realm of fantasy and turn it into empires. So we're not going to focus on what they did and how they're doing it and all of these other things. That's not what we're going to do. What we're going to do is we're going to focus how we could do it for ourselves. How can we build our own empire? How can we build our own industries? How can we be a part of said complex industry and carve our own lane with our own characters, our own creations, our own IP, intellectual property? So that's Friday. Classes begin 8 p.m. All right, Zoom only. If you're in Patreon and you belong to Rainbow Opal tier, going all the way up to Citrine tier, then you will have access. You will have free access to the workshop. Anyone else, you will have to get tickets for the individual classes or all 4 classes. We end on April the 2nd. On May the 2nd. Start on April 11th, and we end on May the 2nd, which is a Friday as well. All classes will be recorded and available for replay, and we will assign homework, and there will be homework assignments, And we will have also a Discord link that you will have availability to. And everybody that signs up for the class tonight will have access to the first fantasy complex industry that was done at Nicholas Brooklyn 2 years ago. And we will send you, you'll have access to that as well. That is about 3 hours. And that kind of lays out the groundwork for the Reloaded. You'll get to see the conversation that was being had at Nicholas. And this was before these tools existed. All right. Now the tools are here. So now it's time to take the tools as they have been created and implement them and turn these ideas into worlds.
Yeah, and y'all didn't mention when we have homework this time in FCI Reloaded, we have a work together day. Classes happen on Friday. Like we'll go over the apps we're going to use, the tools we're going to use, the tech stack and AI stack we'll use to get our pages together, etc., etc. That's all on Friday, right? And we usually let you guys go and go do your homework. Now, Friday nights is class. Saturday mornings with me, I'm going to get up and do a work along for another 90 minutes to 2 hours to where you ask your questions. You ask how and where certain things go and how do I do background effects? How did we even build these? You know what I mean? You'll see mine get better. I know you guys can see my door and stuff if I go over here, but we're starting to master these backgrounds. We're starting to master these faceless YouTubes, these faceless Instagrams, like when you guys see Sinatra AI, my AI news reporter, or you see City and Gleam, the content comic book. You know, a lot of when you see Red drop the Master Teacher's toy line and how he's able to get all those people's packaged up, and you know, everything, you know, the whole thing about April is definitely imagination into income, y'all, because again, we can sit around and talk about these tariffs and this and that that's happening. Okay, Godzilla's about to go down, family. The big bad bully's going down, and we're on the back of it. Again, I'm just gonna keep saying that because that's like my favorite piece of insight that's going on right now with the United States. Okay, they've been a superpower for over 100-something years, you know, and China's kind of trying to be nice with saying, you know, just leave us alone. We're gonna do our thing, but you know, the person that we elected to be the leader of this joint is saying to make this joint great again, and by making it great again, he's saying bring all the work in state, you know, in country. One, we have to get a part of that. Okay, so AI is going to go up, and they want more movies, and they want more shows, and they want more this, they want more that. So let's be the creators of that. And by the time China defeats them, and you know, it'll never turn to a third world country. It'll be like 2.8, you know, country, and China will be ready to take over. You know what I mean? So, you know, think about the US dollar, think about even English. The only reason why everybody around the world had to learn English and be able to speak English is because English, again, was a superpower. It was a superpower country. So you know what I mean? Is why everybody speaks English. Everybody compares their money to USD. When worldwide language becomes Mandarin, you feel me?
Right.
You know what I mean? Just be ready to be there. That's all I'm really saying. I'll never fear monger and say, oh, well, China's winning and we're going to be. I'll just say, just set yourself up. And if the Europeans are losing, remember that we're not the Europeans.
Super facts.
Yeah, I don't want Sam Altman to have my life in his hands by the decisions that, you know, Sam Altman and Donald Trump are going to be making when it comes to this. So, I'd rather it be Spin and Red Pill and them. Like, we gotta, you know, let us become the technocrats of the place. You know what I mean? It's like our culture and our community, we don't really big each other up in tech. Maybe it's because we don't know enough, but if you're a part of Techno Tuesdays, I believe you do. I keep thinking about being physically in China. They're asking about the cannabis lecture out there, Red.
Yeah, I still have access to that. Whoever that is, they just gotta reach out to me, Bruce Lee, and we'll get you access to that. Yeah, so the links for Friday's class, it is in the details, it's in the description. I believe my mods are in the building and they can share the link for the class. I believe it's also on Buy Me a Coffee. You can have access to a ticket on Buy Me a Coffee as well, but it's also on Eventbrite and KTL University. You feel me? So shout out to everybody getting tickets, KTLians, students for the April cycle. We really look forward to seeing y'all on Friday. We are going to make this thing. We're gonna make like we made every other month special. We're just gonna continue to make this one like groundbreaking. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna keep raising the bar. We're gonna keep raising the bar. We're gonna keep drawing outside the line. We're really gonna keep accelerating. That's basically what we're doing. I'm trying to think of a word to explain what's going on. But there's an acceleration going on. It's not just me and Spin. There's students who've been riding with us since the beginning, and they're accelerating. You know, they're getting better. They're getting skilled. You know.
Yeah, I have seen some monster students. I mean, just go crazy, man. You know, there's even some people that are like, you know, are pretty big that I've seen. You know, I just seen certain things happen in Techno Tuesdays first. You know, there's a couple of big folks out there and they taking lead, they taking charge with AI generations.
Yep.
So that's cool.
Yep, kudos.
And they go hard.
We want mad hands on deck. You feel me?
Man, for sure.
We need an army right now. We need an army because this shit is about to get real. And we got stories that need to come to life. We got ideas that need to get life breathed into them. Like it's real in the field. Let me upload. Real quick.
Teachers. Let's
check this out, y'all. So this is a project that we are helming to bring the master teachers to an altar near you and a toy store near you. What better way, or what better quote unquote topic, or what better figures to create superheroes out of than this group of unsung heroes in our community that are really real life superheroes in terms of what they've done to help save people's lives. These are the master teachers. This is AI at its finest.
Watching the devil's been the block, the master teachers teaching. The ancestors watching the devil's been the block. The star seeds got the cry. Talk back to me. Master teachers teaching. The ancestors watching the devil spin the block. But the star seeds got the cry. Talk back to me. Lord, 44 times. To the family. To the family. To the family. To the family.
Hey, tough guys.
teacher's teaching, the ancestors watching, the devil's at the block. The master teacher's teaching, the ancestors watching, the devil's at the block. The star seeds got the cry. Talk back to me. Master teacher's teaching, the ancestors watching, the devil spit the block, but the star seeds got the drop.
You see that QR code right there on your screen, ladies and gentlemen? You could turn on the camera on your phone and point it to that QR code. It will bring you to the Eventbrite page. There is still a discount, 20% off of everybody who goes and gets your ticket before Friday. Take full advantage, because after that, it will not be there. It will go to $99. But when I tell you that that's a steal, you don't need me to tell you. Go around the internet right now. There's literally, I was going to play a video of a class that they have where they're teaching Manus AI, I think. $400 just to teach Manus, right? Just to teach
Manus alone.
Just to teach Manus alone. As you can see in the artwork with some of these images, but yeah, scan this right here and get your ticket. These are prototypes of action figures that we're going to be making. This is not the final results. As you can see, these are all prototypes, right? But you get an idea of what it is that we're doing. Before they're action figures, these are altar figures. Before these are action figures, these are figures for your altar, right? For your altars. These more so about consecrating. These are collectors for adults. These are collectors for adults, because adults still collect toys, right? These are collectors for adults. And then there's action figures. You see, this is an action figure. This action figure is a little bit different than this figure right here. This figure is for the altar. This is the one that you consecrate. This is the one that you basically call on. This is the one that you basically utilize for the magic. This more so is the action figure that your child might play with and things of that. You might put this on the altar. You might collect it. You might never open it up. But these are the collectors. These are paying homage to KTL alumni who came on Blog Talk Radio over the years and supported us. These are our master teachers who taught us the things that we know today. And they've helped countless amounts of people around the world. And they're going to help countless amounts of people moving forward and whatnot, because their work is for the younger generation. As you can see on places like TikTok and other places where the teachers are viral, they're for the younger generations. So that's what we build. We're building that bridge, and we're bringing them into the younger generation. This is the first wave of master teachers. There are more. So yeah, if you don't see your favorite master teacher, don't worry about it. We are bringing them all to the surface. We're not going to forget anyone, but we do want to pay homage to the first wave, and these are the ones that you see right now. Okay.
And then we're gonna follow them up with the plushies for the babies. We just seen that plushie
for the babies. Yes, they definitely. You feel me?
Plushie action off of Whisk.
You feel me? So I'm gonna let everybody know when these are ready, but we are definitely bringing these to production very, very, very soon. Like we're working on it as we speak. As we speak. Hopefully by the end of the class. So this is like the beginning, right? The class hasn't even started. So walk with me. The class hasn't even started. By the time this is over with, these figurines are going to be moving and talking, and they're going to be animated. Watch and pay attention. By the time May hits, these figurines are going to be in a whole nother light. I might even have them physically in my hand showing them to you. So yes, 3D printer. This right here will probably be 3D printed, right? But the toy will not be. This will not be 3D printed. But this toy right here, more than likely, will be a 3D print. Painted, 3D printed. this is for your altar. Yes, the master teachers, the academia one, they are on the way. They are coming together as one. Dr. Ivan Van Sertima, Dr. Ben, Dr. Clark, Dr. Jack Felder, Dr. Jack Felder. So yeah, we're working on all of that. Okay, working on all of that. I want to say thank you for everybody for your support. I want to say thank you to everybody for your time. I want to say thank you, everyone, for, just being here with us. You know what I'm saying? That means a lot to us. We're doing this for us, right? Not for self. It's not for self-aggrandizement. This is for the family. This is for, this is to spark the minds and the visions and the, sometimes we be having dormant minds because of brain slop and brain rot on the internet. And all of that toxicity that we swim through on a daily basis in our timelines, like it could leave a little bit of sludge on the pineal. So this right here is to dust off the pineal, to get those gears in your brain moving and whatnot. And we want to invigorate and inspire the next Spin City and the next Red Pill that's out there in the audience. We waiting for y'all.
Come on.
We want to meet y'all. So you want to leave them with something, good brother?
No, again, I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all when y'all tap in, man. We looked at that Midjourney, man. We looking at Luma. We looking at Meta. Again, the world is in y'all hands, and please, 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 I'll go ahead and beg y'all. Please just go ahead and learn artificial intelligence. If you just want to get on and play with Chat GPT, and everything that we're talking about is above your tech level, just dive into Chat GPT and just talk crazy to it. It's just like sometimes I don't want y'all to go in there and just learn AI business first day. I want you to go in there and say, you know what? I could really create something with the help of this artificial intelligence, with this intelligence that's been through a bunch of machine learning, a bunch of data, a bunch of pixels, where it can give me images back. It could show me an action figure. It could turn it into a plushie. I can connect with somebody that does plushie toys. I can start moving my plushie toys. I can start moving my action figures. I can start moving my clothing. We'll teach you how to create AI influencers for your products. Creating the AI. You can have a created AI product and influencer and commercial all set up within a matter of 2 hours and start getting that thing sold on the website level. And then once somebody pays you, you just pay the manufacturer to create the plushie and send it to them.
Yeah.
I want the community to know that there are options. You're going to hear about recession news. You're going to hear about this whole Cold War news. When you hear Cold War, this back-end war between China and America to reach AI supremacy. You're going to hear these keywords go off. Just know that and you are in front of the accelerated roller coaster of the future. And the reason why it seems so windy and that the world is happening so fast is because you are in front of the roller coaster. And know that this time around, and in this part of history, the moment and the future, those left at the end, they might not feel the wind. Their carts might break off, family. This is more exponential than last time when it comes to a couple of things about AI, how it's going to take. Well, how it's not going to take, but it's going to change human employment. It's going to change human thinking. It's going to change human economics. It's going to change human power. Whoever has the most AI is going to control the bottom 90% of the poor.
Yeah.
Because all the riches are going to start to go to those who build AI and manage AI. So please join that train, join that roller coaster with us. Bare minimum, please. Salute, Spin City.
All right, y'all. Y'all heard it first. All right. Signing out. We will see you on Friday, and we will see the family next time, next Tuesday, same bat time, same bat channel. Know the Ledge Tuesdays featuring your good brother, Spence City, Red Pillar, live and direct. Peace, love, and light to the family. We're going to end on the Fact Remix. Brat. Yeah, and that video is coming soon. We got Hydra and those apps. Y'all going to see we're going to turn the whole 44 tops into a visual. Watch and see. We're gonna use
yes, sir. Peace.
Red, blue, purple light, friends. Red, blue, purple light, friends. Facts. Red, blue, purple light, friends. Red and blue, purple light, friends. Facts. You can get to know the ledger, sacrilegious Sunday to melanin Monday. You can get to know the ledger, my love. Just open your third eye on Thursday. Lord, the food, the art, the clothes, the Vatican's getting exposed fast. We put the show on the road. You better stay on your toes. I was till the land focused on the ego. Then I opened my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah. We gon' put this shit on our backs. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts. Peace, love and light. Peace, love to the family. Peace, love and light to the family. Peace, love and light to the family.
These days and time, black man, is going to be the time that you have been waiting for. You came here for a reason. Whatever pressure, whatever adversity, whatever the fuck you feel, I don't know what you feel, but whatever you may be feeling is going to push you, and it's going to provoke you, and it's either going to make you or break you, similar to how pressure busts pipes or the shit makes diamonds.